Connie with SimplySimpleStamping.com. I'm so glad you could stop by for another Make It in Minutes video. Now here lately I've been really focusing on Christmas cards, and today is no exception. I've got a really great fast and easy Christmas card. If there's ever a time we need to make cards in a minute, it's around Christmas time, right? This card was really easy. I let the Candy Cane Lane Designer Series paper do most of the work for me. And I don't know if you can see it here. We even have a window in this one. So it's a really fun card to send. Great texture going on here. Let me show you how easy and fast it is to create today's card. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the cardstock you're going to need to create today's card. It's very simple, guys. We're going to start with a basic card base in Real Red. I have that cut at 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4 so that you can mail it in a medium-sized envelope. I have a piece of Garden Green cardstock that's 1.5 inches by 5.5 inches. I'm going to be using the Candy Cane Designer Series paper to kind of make my card a wow and let the paper do all the work for me. Guys, that piece is cut 1 1/4 by 5.5. I have a piece of scrap. Mine's 2.5 by 2.5, but really it's truly just a scrap of white. And then I have some of our gorgeous satin stitch ribbon in Real Red, and I have 9 inches of that. All right, let's go ahead and run our cardstock through our embossing folder. I'm going to be using the large polka dot embossing folder. And guys, you're simply going to just slide your card in. Just make sure that you're not hitting the edge there, and you can see it kind of sticks out on the other side. That's fine. Let's run that through the big shot. There's our card base. Now we're going to do a quick punch to create that window. So I have got the decorative label punch, probably one of my most used punches. I use this one all the time. So make sure you're giving yourself a little room here on the edge. I just kind of line up the edge of the punch with the cardstock there. Kind of come down here at the bottom, line it all up. Let's give that a punch. Perfect. Now let's set this off to the side. We're going to do our stamping. So I'm going to come in with a Garden Green ink pad, and the stamp set I'm going to use is from the Candy Cane Christmas stamp set. We're going to use the Wishing You a Sweet Season. It really is a fabulous stamp set, and of course you can see it matches the paper, so you could do a lot of other fun things with it as well. But let me bring in my scrap of white. I'm going to ink up my stamp. Let's just stamp that right there in the center. We can now punch our sentiment right just the same way that we just did with our window. All right, we can go ahead and add this. I'll bring my card back in, and I literally just fit it down into that window and pop. So that part is all set and ready to go. Now we're going to create our focal image. It just doesn't get any easier than this. Let's just add some snail adhesive to the back of our Designer Series paper. Line that up there in the Garden Green. We can now come along with that 9 inches of ribbon, and we're going to tie it in a square knot up at the top. Remember, well, let's get it down there. We're going to go right over, left, and under. When you pull it, pull the pieces up and down, not side to side, up and down. And now we're going to go the left over the right and under. And the trick is to only pull what is in your left hand. And look at that. Then you get that really nice little square knot. Let's trim this down. There we go. Now we can simply add our focal image to our card. I'm just going to use snail. That's going to work great on my card. Let me bring that back in. And I'm going to leave a little bit of a red here on the other side, just as a little extra pop of color right there. Guys, it just doesn't get any faster than that. Well, I'll tell you what, nothing speaks to me more than Christmas candy. Love me some Christmas. I love all candy. Who am I kidding? But I especially love Christmas candy. And I think that peppermints and that bright color really lend itself to a great Christmas card, don't you think? Now, guys, you can order any of the supplies I use to create the card at one place. Just check out SimplySimpleStamping.com. Look for the October 26th, 2016 blog post. That way you can catch all the measurements if you missed any of them, or you can see some pictures, anything that you might need. You're going to find it right there at SimplySimpleStamping.com. To order any of the supplies, just click a pick, and we're going to go right to it'll go right to the online store. Order what you need, and you'll be creating some really fabulous Christmas cards to send to family and friends this year. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed today's card. We'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.